New year, new me, I guess. I just painted my nails black. I don't think you can see it because the lighting is really shitty. I went through my dad's shit again. This time I didn't record it because, if I found anything else that just completely fucking warps my reality. I knew he had a PlayStation 2, and that's why I wanted to look through his shit. But all I found was a single copy of Grand Theft Auto 1. Kind of ironic considering he died in a car crash. This is the first video that I'm making in 2026. And what do you know? I'm still here. Still useless. Still not doing fucking anything with my life. I was supposed to be honest, I wasn't expecting to be alive in 2026. I made this video as not this video, I made this entire channel really just to kind of tell my story and then fuck off. I started the year maybe hoping to do some shit a little better. Believe it or not, I wanted to get a job. Crazy. Yeah, no, I'm 17 now, which might as well just consider me an adult, but with less rights. So pretty much what I want to do is there's this really cool ass game store nearby. God, my hair looks so fucking flat now. I need to either I want to get a haircut. I might look better in actual proper lighting. Alright, I'm turning on the light because I need... What the fuck is the lens flare for? What, is there not anything I can do to get rid of... Fucking... What's that? Why? Why is there just this big-ass streak over to the side? Pretty much, long story short, I lost all my love for gaming for a while, and this retro gaming store has kind of rebirthed it because I'd love to work there, I'd love to be able to test the fucking consoles. That would be cool. That would be cool to be able to, test all these old school consoles with old games on them. I've never owned a console where you have to use cartridges. I don't know why, but that just feels cool, being able to, wanting to take the cartridge, just pop it in, and then play on a controller that looks like a spider. Not just that, but, having people walk in and ask me questions, and I'll actually be, happy to answer the questions. Having people ask me shit that I'm passionate about. That's the whole reason I made a YouTube channel, because, well, not the whole reason. Like I said, the whole reason originally, but then the reason I continued on was because I enjoyed getting all the attention. But it's I'd be actually... There's a hair in the way. I'd be actually passionate about the shit I'm selling. And most importantly, okay, discounts. I would get discounts for the shit there. So I tell my grandmother that I want that, and what does she do? I was expecting her to be happy. I was expecting her to actually be excited that I want a job. No, she tells me that it's too far away from our home. I said 20 minutes, by the way. It's a 20-minute drive. And that's apparently too far for her. She tells me the gas prices, it's too expensive in gas. Okay, I'll pay for the gas then. Then she tells me, oh, I don't want to waste my precious retirement time driving you to work and back. It's okay, can I drive then? She's you need a license. Okay, can I get my license? Well, if you want to get your license, you need insurance. Well, how do I get fucking insurance then? Are you going to pay for it? No, you have to pay for it. How? Get a job. How? Okay. So, get a job. I need a car. But in order to get a car, I need insurance. I need a license. In order to get the license, I need insurance. And in order to get the insurance, I need a job that I can't get to because I don't have a car, because I don't have insurance, because I don't have a fucking job! Okay. I'll take the bus. And she tells me that there's no bus stops nearby. Fast forward to a few days later when I go to see my therapist. And I tell my therapist about all this bullshit. And you know what she tells me? Right, my therapist knows where I live. But my therapist told me that apparently there are bus stops nearby. I tell my grandmother and she's like, oh my gosh, please stop. And I get lectured about how selfish I am, apparently, for wanting a job. So I'm just gonna stay jobless and probably... I don't know, I'm gonna make money off of YouTube. Fuck it. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe I'll be able to... God, I hate thinking about my future. I miss when I was so hopeless and empty and didn't plan on living long, and I just didn't have to think about my future at all. Take me back to that. So yeah, that's an entire thing that's going on. That's a pain in the ass. And then there's the second thing that, that's politics. The thing that nobody wants to talk about, that everybody talks about. I fucking hate politics. I want to be ignorant. I want to forget about everything, but that's not something you can do when you're queer and growing up in a fucking conservative household. It's like, I should be planning my future, but I spend most of my time daydreaming about, like, wearing fucking skirt and a thigh high. A single thigh high. One thigh high. Not another one. Fuck the second thigh high. I mean, people fuck regular socks. Not me. I've never understood using socks as condom. I probably get bullied by people, but I don't care. I don't fucking like people anyways. In all honesty, I only really care about myself and people who haven't hurt me yet. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Political issues are only getting worse, and I don't know what to say or what to do, because it's all over the place. Nobody can avoid it. And it makes me mad, like, hearing about politics, and I want to talk about it, but there's not really much to talk about. I got nothing insightful to say. There's no unique takes. There's no hot takes with politics. What the fuck am I supposed to do when I see an unarmed woman get shot in the head, besides just say, like, yeah, that's the opposite of good. You could even say it's not good. Real spicy take. Things are really bad, and it's clear nobody is going to be convinced of that hasn't already been convinced. If the fucking child rapists in office are not enough to convince people that shit is bad, nothing will. I used to think that I was the smartest person in the world. I used to think that I was the most, like, aware, clever son of a bitch. And it turns out, I'm just surrounded by idiots, and I'm actually below average intelligence. I'm just smarter than these people. Like, people want me to talk about certain political issues, and I also want to talk about them, but I've got nothing to say that hasn't already been said a bajillion times. We're fucked. Everything is fucked. This is a shorter video than usual, but that's the thing. I started off this channel with much shorter videos, and then I got a little sidetracked and felt the need. I need to, like, get back into that zone where I can just, like, sit down and talk about shit. And stop. Well, okay, I've always been a stuttery mess in my videos. But I mean, like, I want to be able to just sit down, talk about things cohesively, and not constantly go from one topic to the other over and over again. Because then the video ends up being an hour long, and I don't have the motivation to edit it. But for now, it's 2026. Though in my mind, it's going to be 2008, because, well, no, 2007, because 2008 was a terrible year. Remember, I was born that year. God, talking so much makes my throat hurt. Alright, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, you're a cunt and I hate you. I'm the internet's greatest emo girl, and you're not. Goodbye. Hey, cat. Meow. Wow, that's a really not great frame rate, is it? Well, you want me to scratch your neck?